Hi, I'm Coach Sapphire Star, and this is Finding Your Way. Have you ever felt lost, unsure of what direction you were headed in life? I know I have. I've learned that it is in these uncertain moments that we truly discover what we are made of. I want to share with you a few thoughts on finding your way when life path seems unclear. First, embrace the journey. On September 13, 2023, I walked 172 miles or 208 kilometers on the Camino de Santiago Portuguese. The Camino de Santiago, or the Way of St. James, is a pilgrimage route to Santiago de Compostela, a city in Spain. It is believed that the Apostle St. James is buried at the Cathedral de Santiago. I learned about the Camino back in 2015. I was going through a very dark period in my life. In the middle of a divorce, unfulfilled at work, and to make matters worse, my uncle, who was like my father, had recently passed away. I needed to find my way. Devastated, I moved to Hawaii. While living on the island of Molokai, I met this couple training for the Camino while hiking. They shared with me their experience and encouraged me to watch the Netflix movie called The Way. After watching The Way, I decided that I was going to do the Camino de Santiago one day, someday. Well, one day, 8 years later, my dream came true. Life is filled with twists and turns, and the road ahead seems daunting. Instead of fearing the unknown, I encourage you to look at these challenging times as an opportunity for self discovery and growth. Each new experience, whether positive or negative, shapes us into who we are to become. Secondly, trust your instinct. The the Camino took about 13 days, averaging about 10 miles per day. My shortest day was 8 miles. The longest day was 21 miles. On day 4, I woke up at 6 a.m. per usual, grabbed my backpack with everything I owned inside of it, and headed out of town. After about 3 miles, I trekked into this forest up this very steep hill. Immediately, it began pouring rain. Anxiously, I hiked a couple of more miles. I began to wonder, am I lost? Girl, what were you thinking about? I stopped, looked around, alone, soaking wet, and a small voice inside whispered, "You got this." Deep down inside, we all have an inner compass that guides us to what is right for us. It's very important that we listen to that small voice and trust that it's going to lead us in the right direction. While outside advice can be helpful, ultimately, we have to make decisions that are aligned with our values and goals. Lastly, stay focused. With each passing day, walking along the coastline, meandering through small towns and majestic forests, life noises became less and less. I began to hear my deepest thoughts and desires much more clearly. I'm going to share with you an acronym that my mentor taught me. Focus. Follow one course until successful. I I was focused and determined to complete the journey. Once you set your intentions and become stubbornly focused, you will find your way. In conclusion, finding your way isn't always easy, but it's very possible. When I embarked on the Camino de Santiago, I had no idea what to expect, but I knew it was going to be a life changing experience. And when I arrived at the Cathedral of Santiago, I was reminded that it's the simple things in life that brings me the most joy. The physical effort required to reach the pilgrim's goal is oftentimes interpreted as a metaphor as the human spiritual journey, filled with sacrifice, abnegation, and heartache. By embracing the journey, trusting your instinct, and staying focused, you will have the tools to navigate life uncertainty with courage and grace. I'm going to share something with you that my all time favorite public speaker, motivational public speaker, Les Brown, taught me. Instead of being a passive spectator on this journey, I challenge you to become an active participant in discovering and finding your way. Thank you.